Hey y'all, it's Anime Man. Today I'm gonna be reviewing the 42nd episode of Captain Tsubasa. And I gotta say, this episode was pretty nice from a story and character standpoint because, for one, Jito is pretty much living up to the hype that he received when he was first introduced. He's a pretty cool badass. With the way he plays football with ferocity was nice, and it fits in with his personality because it's just nothing but sheer power and force. And he made a really cool impression when Morisaki was able to predict where the ball of Jito was going to go, but it still went in because it pushed him so back. Morisaki went inside the goal net. So all in all, these were some cool elements from the episode in the character and story standpoint. Because from a story standpoint, it did a good job of making Hirano feel like a threat, to the point where, even though they're just playing for the quarterfinals, the Hirano team they have such an intimidating aura that they could actually have been a finals team matchup and it would have still fit. That's how cool this team is. So I gotta give credit where credit's due in this episode. It has been a fun watch so far. And then the way this episode just has everything going against Nakatsu, like everyone's being physically outmatched. Takasugi, the fucking muscle behind Nakatsu, can't even give off much resistance to Jito aside from like a few seconds before he falls on the ground. It just made me go, whoa! Like, that's how legit this episode was. It does a great job of raising the stakes, especially how Jito scores just 3 balls in the first half against Nakatsu. That's what really made this episode shine, and it made it feel just so intense. Now, despite all that, there were some kinks in the armor from the story department in this episode. Like, there were multiple instances where Jito was going through a lot of Nakatsu members physically, not even aiming for the ball at times. And the refs, they don't even call any yellow cards or none of that shit. On occasions, I'm not much of a football enthusiast. I will watch the occasional football game, and I would definitely, and the only time I really consistently watch it a lot is during the World Cup, and maybe from time to time I might watch a regular football game. But if you really think about it, if that shit were to happen in real life, Jitsu would have already had he would have already been red card. Like, just in the first half alone. So, again, if there's anything Captain Tsubasa is kind of weak in, it's the way they handle referees. It just feels so off. So, that was something that I felt was really, really badly done about this episode from the story standpoint. It's immersion breaking. Let's just be real. It's immersion breaking. But it was mostly positive from the story department because it was still entertaining. There was tension because you wondered if Tsubasa was going to be alright from his shoulder. And it relatively made Jito into an interesting individual when it mentioned his feats of high schoolers not even be able to challenge him much. And then it shows you when his friend gives him like this newspaper about Nakatsu, how every team wants to beat him. And that's how he becomes really interested in playing football and showing more motivation against Nakatsu because he was looking forward to the matchup against Tsubasa's team. So there were positive elements in this episode, and it makes Jito relatively interesting. But this episode had other weaknesses, though, aside from the ones I mentioned. Like, the animation in this episode was garbage for the most part. Aside from the sequences where Jito scores his goals, there was this huge amount of usage of still shots, so that was no good at all in certain departments. But at the very least, the art was good. And taking all these factors into consideration, I'm still think this episode's good, and I'll give it a score of a 7 out of 10. Had the animation been up to snuff, this episode would have been 8 out of 10 quality. And if the writing was a bit better when it came to the refereeing, it would have been a 9 out of 10 episode for me. And these are pretty much my thoughts, everyone. So anyways, guys and gals, comment on your thoughts on the episode below in the comment section. Rate the video, subscribe if you want to see more reviews and reactions, and I'll see you guys later. Subscribe for more. Alright, Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Bye bye.